Sister Spouses Meri Brown is conveying the season. In the most recent episode of Sister Spouses, Meri Earthy Colored put any misinformation to rest about the lawful marriage. Presently, fans think Meri is conveying the show this season, while Janelle, Christine, Robin, and Kody Earthy Colored follow along. Meri Brown is going through her gleam up. In Sister Spouses Season 19, Meri Brown is by all accounts reawakening. Following quite a while of sitting tight for Kody Brown to put resources into her, she at last concluded it was finished. She realized he was dawdling so she would be the miscreant and end the marriage. Yet, fans are adoring her strength this season. Since she has fire in her eyes, individuals are seeing her shed light on the past more than ever. While she is going through her own sparkle up, her companions are embracing her and in any event, helping her spill the tea. Moreover, Christine Earthy Colored Woolly isn't avoiding dishing on what she saw happening right under Meri's nose. Meri Brown is conveying the season. On Reddit, Sister Spouses fans talk about how Meri Brown is conveying Season 19. According to one client, Meri is conveying this entire darn season on her back. Then, they added, truly dazzled with Meri recently and her entire fair, bona fide and weak time. I trust Robin gets the more youthful, fresher, and trickier sister spouses that she merits. Another analyst adds, I must tell the truth. She's never been more appealing than she does now. I've seen her as of late on TikTok and Instagram, she's shed pounds and her hair looks solid. We've been hanging tight for her to spill the tea for quite a long time. We are at long last getting the show we've hung tight for. Much obliged to you, Meri. Truly nothing is intriguing occurring. They continue to toss parties for storylines. Robin is making a solid attempt to make something out of Aurora and Brianna's congregation tension. Everything they can manage now to save the show is begin spilling significant tea. If not for Meri, everything would spin around Christine, and that is getting old fast. I'm happy Meri has generally a daily existence. Meri is the show. Eyes are opening. Without a doubt, Sister Spouses fans were so delighted to get affirmation about the duping timetable. In the wake of hearing Meri Brown ponder pulling the trigger for the legitimate marriage when there was discussion about it for quite a long time, fans think she figures out the ploy. Nonetheless, certain individuals figure she won't ever learn since she actually pursues the more respectable option in current meetings. Meri was so frantic to be cherished and acknowledged by Kody after the duping that she acted a specific way when the cameras were moving to safeguard Kody and Robin in order to win him back. Much to her dismay, she was being deceived and controlled by the two of them. Now that she is free and continuing on, she is gradually understanding reality with regards to who those two truly are and what is truly happening. It might require her an investment to completely unwind everything except her genuineness and weakness of where she is in her mending right currently is conveying this entire season and I'm hanging around for it. You can see in these talking heads that Meri has assembled the pieces. She realizes Kody involved the reception as a method for moving away from their lawful marriage. It will be fascinating assuming she concurs with Christine that Robin sowed the seeds with Kody and her years sooner. Meri Brown is the heartbeat of Season 19. Quite certain individuals think Meri Brown is doing the truly difficult work to help with covering the void post-earthy colored left in the storyline. Yet, certain individuals are holding on a mission to see Meri bring down Kody and Robin following quite a while of controlling her. What is entrancing to me is the number of us watchers know/expect/gather that a ton of altering was finished to keep post out of this season. Furthermore, these scenes with Meri were shot a lot later. I read a hypothesis that these meetings are filler where a minor post storyline might have been. So Meri is genuinely accomplishing the work. She's uncovering her deepest feelings like never before, and giving more satisfied to cover to one of her OG-13 youngsters. I'm trusting she will compose a book and let everything out. Kody was dreadful to her. Robin is the most horrendously terrible kind of reluctant rival. OMG, that would be awesome assuming Robin got what karma ought to have for possible later use for her.
Throughout the long term,
A more
Sister
youthful,
Spouses
prettier,
fans have watched
and more
Kody
determined
Brown
explore
explore
the
the
intricacies of plural marriage while overseeing associations with his wives and kids. Be that as it may, as the show advances, watchers have become progressively incredulous of Kody's way of behaving, especially his propensity to go back and forth on main points of interest. Whether it's his way to deal with family rules, monetary choices, or his treatment of individual spouses, Kody's irregularity has left fans scrutinizing his initiative and thought processes inside the family. Kody's inconsistent position on polygamy. One of the absolute most glaring instances of Kody's backpedaling is his altering viewpoint on polygamy. In the previous seasons, Kody energetically shielded the way of life, introducing it as an otherworldly calling and a way to self-awareness. He frequently talked about the delights and difficulties of overseeing associations with different spouses and underlined the significance of solidarity inside the family. Nonetheless, in ongoing seasons, Kody's excitement for plural marriage appears to have wound down. He feels somewhat uncertain about whether the way of life is supportable and has even proposed that the difficulties offset the advantages. Fans were especially struck by his remarks during his separation from Christine, where he seemed to fault the plural marriage structure for their conjugal issues. This change in demeanor has left watchers disappointed and confounded. Many feel that Kody's shift in perspective is fraudulent, considering that he was the person who at first persuaded his spouses to focus on the way of life. His clear dissatisfaction with polygamy has brought up issues about whether he at any point genuinely had confidence in its standards, or on the other hand in the event that his advantage was driven by self-image and control. Conflicting principles for the family. Kody's going back and forth is additionally obvious in the manner he implements rules inside the family. During the coronavirus pandemic, Kody carried out severe rules to safeguard the family, including social removing measures and restricting collaborations with individuals outside the close family. While a portion of the spouses, as Robin, upheld his methodology, others, especially Janelle and Christine, found the principles excessively prohibitive and hard to follow. What disappointed fans the most was Kody's specific authorization of these guidelines. He rushed to censure Christine and Janelle for their apparent resistance, yet appeared to make special cases for him and Robin. For example, fans noticed that Kody invested a large portion of his energy at Robin's home, in spite of professing to need to guarantee reasonableness among the spouses. This apparent preference filled allegations of lip service and developed divisions inside the family. Monetary choices and needs. Another region where Kody's irregularity has drawn analysis is his way to deal with funds. Throughout the long term, the earthy-colored family has confronted huge monetary difficulties, remembering contracts for numerous homes and the expense of keeping up with their rambling way of life. Fans have regularly scrutinized Kody's decision production with regards to cash, especially his prioritization of Robin's necessities over those of different spouses. For instance, Kody's choice to purchase a costly home for Robin in Flagstaff, while different spouses like Janelle and Meri battled with lodging steadiness, was a significant disputed matter. Janelle's choice to live in a RV briefly featured the unmistakable difference between the assets dispensed to her and those given to Robin. Kody has frequently supported his monetary options by guaranteeing that they are to the greatest advantage of the family, however his activities recount an alternate story. Fans have blamed him for focusing on Robin's solace and security over the aggregate prosperity of the whole family. This irregularity has prompted further disintegration of trust among the spouses and their kids. Backpedaling in everyday encouragement. Kody's conflicting way of behaving stretches out to his basic encouragement for his spouses. In prior seasons, he highly esteemed being a steady and mindful spouse who esteemed every wife's exceptional commitments to the family. Notwithstanding, lately, his treatment of Christine, Janelle, and Meri has been censured as contemptuous and horrible. Christine's choice to leave the marriage featured Kody's absence of help and compassion. Fans were shocked by his contemptuous demeanor during their separation discussions, where he appeared to be more centered around keeping up with control than tending to Christine's interests. Likewise, Kody's stressed relationship with Meri has been a repetitive subject, with him much of the time moving between needing to fix their security and straightforwardly expressing that their marriage being the exemption. Many fans have noticed that he makes a special effort to help and safeguard Robin, in any event, when it implies distancing different spouses. This irregularity has energized allegations of partiality and added to the insight that Kody is reluctant to similarly treat his spouses as a whole. Fans respond to Kody's backpedaling. Fanatics of sister spouses have not kept down in that frame of mind of Kody's way of behaving. Web-based entertainment stages are loaded up with remarks and images featuring his inconsistencies and absence of responsibility. Numerous watchers feel that Kody's backpedaling is an impression of his failure to get a sense of ownership with his activities and choices. One Reddit client summarized the disappointment, stating, "Kody changes his story to fit anything that account makes him seem to be the person in question. Brief he's about family solidarity, and the following he's blaming everything on his spouses." Another fan tweeted, "Kody's principles possibly apply when they benefit him. It's debilitating to watch him continually go against himself." Others have guessed that Kody's going back and forth is a consequence of his battle to adjust to the changing elements inside the family. As his spouses develop more free and vocal about their necessities, Kody has all the earmarks of being wrestling with a deficiency of control, prompting conflicting way of behaving and independent direction. The effect on the family. Kody's backpedaling significantly affects the earthy-colored family. The absence of consistency in his authority has made strain and doubt among the spouses, making it challenging for them to cooperate as a firm unit. His special treatment of Robyn has additionally extended divisions inside the family, leaving different spouses feeling underestimated and unsupported. For the youngsters, Kody's conduct has been similarly harming. A few of his kids have straightforwardly scrutinized his nurturing and communicated disappointment with his failure to focus on their necessities. The breaks inside the family have made it progressively challenging for them to keep a feeling of solidarity and association. And Kody earthy coloreds going back and forth on central questions has turned into a significant disputed matter among sister spouses fans. Whether it's his position on polygamy, requirement of family rules, monetary choices, or consistent reassurance, Kody's conflicting way of behaving has left watchers disappointed and baffled. As the family keeps on exploring the difficulties of their plural marriage, Kody's initiative will without a doubt stay under a microscope. Whether he can address his logical inconsistencies and work toward modifying in trust with his spouses and youngsters is not yet clear. Until further notice, fans will keep on getting down on his backpedaling, trusting that it flashes significant change inside the earthy-colored relational intricacy.